The universe already answered your prayer. You're just too impatient to notice it happened. What if I told you that the waiting you're doing right now, the waiting that feels endless, the waiting that makes you check the clock and wonder if anything is ever going to change, is actually the exact proof that something enormous is being built behind the scenes of your life? Most people believe that waiting means nothing is happening. They believe that silence means rejection, that delay means denial, that stillness means the universe has forgotten about them. But what if the opposite is true? What if the longer something takes to arrive, the bigger it actually is? What if patience isn't punishment at all, but the quiet, invisible construction site where your entire future is being assembled brick by brick, moment by moment, until it's finally ready to be handed to you? The truth is, the universe doesn't rush anything worth having. It's not slow because it's cruel. It's slow because it's precise. And right now, if you're watching this on a patient mind, if something led you to click on this exact video at this exact moment, there's a very real chance that you are standing closer to your breakthrough than you have ever been, even if it doesn't feel that way at all. See, the universe has a timeline, and that timeline rarely matches ours. We want things now. We want the job offer today, the relationship healed this week, the money to arrive this month. But the universe operates on alignment, not urgency. It's not interested in giving you something before you're ready to hold on to it. It's not interested in handing you a dream that would collapse the moment it landed in your hands because the foundation underneath you wasn't strong enough yet. So instead, it waits, it builds, it quietly rearranges circumstances behind a curtain you can't see, and it asks you to trust a process that looks, from where you're standing, like absolutely nothing is happening. Think about the last time you were in a waiting period that eventually broke open into something wonderful. Maybe it was a job search that dragged on for months before the right opportunity appeared out of nowhere. Maybe it was a relationship that took years to arrive, long after you'd almost given up hope. Maybe it was a health scare, a financial struggle, a creative project that sat untouched for what felt like forever. If you look back honestly, you'll probably notice something strange. The waiting wasn't empty. It was full of small, quiet developments that didn't make sense until the ending arrived and suddenly explained everything that came before it. Here's what almost nobody tells you about how patience actually works. It's not passive. It's not simply gritting your teeth and enduring time. Real patience is active. It's the universe using your waiting period to strip away everything that doesn't belong in your next chapter. It's removing people who were never meant to walk with you into what's coming. It's dismantling habits that would have sabotaged the very thing you're praying for. It's teaching you skills, patience, discernment, self-trust that you will desperately need once your prayer is finally answered. The delay isn't the universe ignoring your request. The delay is the universe preparing you to actually receive it. And because this preparation takes real time, because a person can't be rebuilt overnight without falling apart completely, the universe starts sending you small signals throughout the waiting, tiny proofs that you haven't been forgotten. Breadcrumbs meant to keep you moving forward instead of giving up in the middle of the process. One of the clearest signals is a strange sense of calm that arrives even when your circumstances haven't changed at all. You'll notice moments where, despite everything still looking uncertain, something inside you settles. That calm isn't random. That calm is information. It's your deeper self quietly confirming that the outcome is already in motion, even if your eyes can't confirm it yet. Another signal is timing that feels too precise to be accidental. A message arrives from someone right when you needed reassurance. A stranger says a sentence that answers the exact question you'd been silently asking. You open a book, scroll past a post, or overhear a conversation that speaks directly to the fear you were sitting with an hour earlier. People tend to explain this away as coincidence, as the brain noticing patterns that aren't really meaningful. But what if your patience has simply sharpened your ability to notice what was always being offered to you? Then there are the closed doors, the ones that slam shut right when you thought they were finally opening. A job falls through at the last moment. A person you were sure about disappears without explanation. An opportunity you'd built your hopes around quietly dissolves. This isn't the universe punishing your patience. This is the universe protecting your future from a version of it that wasn't actually built to last. Every door that closes during a waiting period is clearing space for a door that was built specifically for you, one that wouldn't have fit if the wrong one hadn't been removed first. Your body often communicates this shift before your mind catches up. You might notice waves of restlessness followed suddenly by deep, unexplainable peace. You might feel an urge to rest more, to slow down, to stop chasing so hard, even though everything in you wants to keep pushing. That pull toward stillness isn't laziness. It's your body sensing that the next phase is arriving on its own schedule, and no amount of forcing will speed it up. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do during a waiting season is simply stop fighting it. Dreams tend to intensify too. You might find yourself dreaming about the very thing you're waiting for, arriving in vivid, oddly specific detail long before it actually happens. Or you might dream about letting go, about walking away from something old, symbolic previews of the release that has to happen before the new thing can take its place. Your subconscious mind often knows what's coming long before your conscious mind is willing to believe it. Even your relationships start to shift during long waiting periods. Certain people drift away without any dramatic falling out, and it can feel confusing or even a little painful. But most of the time, this isn't loss, it's editing. The universe is quietly adjusting the cast of people around you to match the life you're about to step into, not the one you're currently standing in. And often, right as the emptiness starts to feel uncomfortable, new people begin appearing, people who somehow already understand where you're headed, even though you've barely said a word about it. The key to surviving a long waiting period without losing your mind isn't forcing signs to appear or demanding proof every single day that things are working out. It's learning to hold steady in the not knowing, to keep showing up for your life even when you have no evidence yet that it's paying off. This is where the phrase "a patient mind" actually earns its meaning. Not a mind that gives up thinking, but a mind that keeps thinking clearly, keeps hoping reasonably, and refuses to spiral into despair just because the timeline is longer than expected. Here's something remarkable that happens once you actually settle into that kind of patience instead of fighting it. The waiting starts to feel different. It stops feeling like punishment and starts feeling like preparation. You stop asking, "Why is this taking so long?" and start asking, "What is this teaching me right now that I couldn't learn any other way?" That single shift in the question you're asking changes everything about how the waiting feels, even before the actual outcome arrives. This is also why some people seem to handle uncertainty with a strange, almost unshakable grace, while others fall apart at the smallest delay. It's not that patient people are luckier or more spiritually gifted, it's that they've learned to read the waiting itself as part of the story instead of an interruption to it. They've stopped treating delay as evidence of failure and started treating it as evidence of depth, proof that something significant enough to take real time is being carefully assembled just for them. But patience like this comes with a responsibility too. Once you understand that the waiting has purpose, you can't keep treating your life like it's stuck. You have to keep participating. The universe will test whether you've actually absorbed this lesson by continuing to present you with moments that require action, not just faith. It might nudge you toward a conversation you've been avoiding. It might ask you to apply for the thing you assumed you weren't ready for. It might place an opportunity in front of you that looks nothing like what you were originally waiting for, daring you to trust that this too is part of the plan. Your willingness to keep moving, even slowly, even imperfectly while still waiting, often determines how quickly the waiting finally ends. This is where a lot of people get stuck. They want patients to feel peaceful all the time. They want reassurance that everything will be fine without ever having to sit in the discomfort of not knowing. But real patience isn't comfortable. It asks you to keep believing in an outcome you cannot see, keep tending to a dream that hasn't bloomed yet, keep showing up to a life that hasn't rewarded you visibly for a very long time. And it's precisely that discomfort, that willingness to remain steady inside uncertainty, that builds the kind of strength no shortcut could ever give you. As you get closer to the actual arrival of what you've been waiting for, the signals tend to intensify. The calm becomes steadier. The synchronicities become harder to dismiss. The old doors close faster, almost as if the universe is clearing your path in a hurry now that you've finally proven you can hold steady without panicking. People might comment that you seem different, calmer, more grounded, even though nothing external has changed yet. That's because internally, something already has. You've become the version of yourself who was capable of receiving the thing you were waiting for all along. And that shift always happens quietly, on the inside, long before it shows up anywhere else. The final stretch of any long waiting period is often the hardest, because it's the moment right before everything shifts, when the temptation to give up is strongest, simply because you've already waited so long. But this is exactly the stage where trust matters most. When you're asked to keep believing without a single new piece of evidence. When the old timeline you imagined has long since expired, and you have no choice but to surrender to a timing you don't fully understand. This is the threshold, not the middle of the wait, but the edge of it, the place right before the door finally swings open. The truth is, you didn't stumble onto this video by accident. You're here, on A Patient Mind, in this exact moment, because something in you has been quietly waiting for permission to keep going, for confirmation that the delay you've been living inside actually means something. And if these words are landing somewhere deep, somewhere that recognizes itself in every sentence, then you already know that your waiting has never been empty. It has been working this entire time, whether you could see it or not. Your breakthrough isn't stuck, it's being built. It started the moment you stopped mistaking silence for absence, the moment you began noticing the small signals hidden inside your ordinary days, the moment you allowed yourself to consider that patience might actually be one of the most powerful forces available to you. The signs will keep coming, quieter at first, then impossible to miss. Your job isn't to force the timeline forward. Your job is simply to keep a steady mind, keep showing up, and keep trusting that what's being prepared for you is worth every single day it's taking to arrive. Because everything you've been holding on for, everything you've quietly hoped for in the middle of the night when nobody was watching, is already closer than you think. The universe hasn't forgotten you. It's just waiting for the exact right moment to hand you everything at once.